Hello! A story is exciting and understandable if we set the punctuation marks correctly. And the same is true for our own lives. If we want to live an inspiring life, we need to set punctuation marks such as points, for example. You can see it, points, and exclamation marks and even question marks, and all that kind of punctuation is very important also for our own life. You know why? Because they gave the word the sound, and they gave the whole text the rhythm, and even can change the emphasis. And the same is true for our own lives. And I love to get inspired of the punctuation marks for our own lives for the next couple weeks. Today, the last Bible verse I was reading on my 1-hour walk with Jesus was the Bible verse from Psalm 27 verse 1. There it says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I be afraid?" And I so much love this Bible verse, and when I read it, I was reminded of my mom, and I wanted to encourage her. So I wrote her an SMS with that Bible verse, but at the end I forgot if I should put a question mark or if I should put an exclamation mark. And so I was watching, and interestingly enough, I figured out that some translation have it with a question mark, and some translation, even German, have it with an exclamation mark. Some with a question mark and some with an exclamation mark. And I find it so interesting. And that's why I googled what is the difference between an exclamation mark and a question mark. And I figured out that the German dictionary says the exclamation mark puts emphasis on what is said and written before. So I thought, today I want to put exclamation mark and choose that translation with an exclamation mark because I really wanted to make emphasis on what is said. This Bible verse for me is like a life insurance. God is my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid of? It's like a life insurance for me. And actually, when I was aware about this Bible verse, I figured out it does not so much matter if you put an exclamation mark on it or if you put a question mark at the end. But this day, for my mother, I decided to choose the translation with the exclamation mark because I wanted to put emphasis on it. And I invite you today to severe about this Bible verse, to just read it over and over again and make a decision. If you want to put an exclamation mark on it, is it clear for you that the Lord is your salvation and you don't have to fear? That the Lord is the stronghold of your life and you don't have to be afraid? Is it clear for you? Then put an exclamation mark on it. And maybe you have to think about, maybe it's still a question in your life. And then take the translation with a question mark. But the most important for me is to read the Bible verse over and over again.